Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. In this one we are heading off to Belgium, and it's a beer that I picked up in Asda. Now it's a beer that I love, or did love, but what I have noticed is with this beer, the label's changed. The ABV has been lowered by 1%, which does surprise me, and yet it still says brewed and bottled at Kasteel Brewery Van Honsebrouck, or Kasteel, Kasteel Brewery Van Honsebrouck, something, whatever. But the beer we are looking at that I picked up from Asda is Kasteel Rouge, Kasteel 7 Rouge, if you like. It's in a 330ml bottle, 7% now rather than 8, which is what it used to be. And this was £2.75, so still a great price. But has it changed too much? I don't know. Will I remember exactly if it has changed? I don't know. But we got the Kasteel glass at the ready. I hope they haven't gone down this sort of like supermarket thing where they're going to brew certain ones for the supermarkets and lower the ABV and that. If we can't get the proper stuff here, it seems a bit annoying to actually just chuck any old shit in, on the shelves. So there we go. The label is still the same, if you like, but it used to be a paper label, and it just all seems like a bit, different. Kasteel Rouge bottle cap, very nice indeed. Glass is beautiful, like I said, shows it. I mean, you look at that. You might not be able to see the detail there. If I turn it around, you might just see it. But it's a beautiful glass. So yeah, used to like it. Will I still like it? Will I still love it? We'll see. Let's crack her open. Now it's probably too cold. It's a cherry sort of fruity beer. Just got out the fridge, probably at about 5 or 6 degrees, so it may well be a little bit too cold ideally. So there we go. Beer in a glass. There we go. It might look quite dark to you, but it's a very deep cherry red. I can see the light coming through this side. You can maybe just catch it down the side of the glass there. We got a pink head. The bubbles, I could be wrong, but the bubbles don't look so compact or as foamy as I remember when I had me original. Well, when I've had it a couple of times before, but that could just be me clutching at straws and trying to find things to pick out. Carbonation wise, I can't see a bloody thing. Oh yeah, there is a stream of carbonation coming up the middle. I'm pretty certain it's a nucleated glass. So yeah, still looks pretty decent though, despite it maybe not looking as good as it did. But like I say, I could be wrong. So let's give it a swirly and see what we get on the nose. Kasteel Rouge. Yeah, cherry. I'm trying to think of the aroma. Obviously it's cherry. You get a beer kind of element behind that. Obviously at the 7%, you should still get sort of like a beer feel maybe on the nose and in the taste. I'm trying to think what they call the cherry. I can't think, but it's a big strong cherry aroma. Still smells very nice indeed. So let's dive in on Kasteel Rouge. 7% this one. Cheers. Okay, I think there's quite possibly a difference there, but does it ruin the beer? I reviewed this a long time ago and it's been a while since I've had it, so I could be totally wrong, but just saying this now, the body maybe feels a little bit lighter. Still a nice body on it, but it does feel that little bit lighter. Quite well carbonated. I'm not sure that's particularly changed from what I recall. It's still smooth. It's still nice and soft when you drink it. I don't believe the mouthfeel is maybe as good as it was. See, for me, I'm certain that head sort of hung around longer and was a bit more thicker when I had it before. I mean, you can still get a decent head on it and what have you, don't get me wrong. Yeah, very nice and smooth. And the bubbles are still very nice in your mouth. But it does feel like it's just that little bit thinner. The head feels a little bit lighter. The carbonation feels a little bit... Nothing wrong with it. But it's lost a little bit, it feels like. On the taste... On the taste, and again it could be me, you still get that beery element in there. You still get that cherry taste. It's a beautiful cherry taste, beautiful cherry flavour, and I don't do cherries if I'm honest. But I do like it in a beer. To me, it does feel a little bit watery, might be being harsh, but that's how it feels. It feels a little bit less than it was. Is there maybe a little bit of almond in there? There may well be. I wouldn't say it was something I picked up before, but I've noticed with some of these fruit beers, almond does get mentioned quite a bit, and maybe there is that feel of almond in there, but again I could be wrong. Still very nice, but I think it has lost something. The 7% you don't get that at all. That's absolutely nowhere for me. And I don't recall really getting the 8% when I reviewed it before, or when I've had it before, but I could be wrong. Yeah, there's definitely sort of something a little bit more in this than cherry. Is it almond? Almond or amaretto biscuits or something like that, I don't know. But there's something a little bit extra there that was probably there originally. But for me, Kasteel Rouge, 7%, still a great beer, still a very nice beer. But I think that has changed. You know, never mind just the ABV. I think the beer has changed, and I do think the beer suffers for that drop in ABV myself. I swear it used to be a lot more sort of fuller on body, fuller on mouthfeel. The head used to be fuller and had a creaminess to it. It's kind of still got that creaminess, but it does feel like it's lost a little bit of that. But yeah, a great beer, but I think it's lost a little bit. So if you've got an Asda near you and you like your Belgian fruit beers, give it a go. It's a very nice drop. It's well worth picking up, even now, as it is now. That is still a very decent beer. If you've had it before, if you've had the original, go and pick this up. I'd like to hear of people's views if they've had the 8% one and this one. Be interesting to see what everyone else thinks. And whether they think it's changed. So that's it. Give it a go. Still a decent drink. Does it feel as good as it used to be? Maybe not. Thank you all for watching. Feel free to like the video, share and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you again soon on another one. Cheers.